So this next section is about Amazon Book Search. And while it sounds pretty basic, you can actually use Amazon Book Search to improve your own metadata for your books and hopefully sell more books. Let's get started. So let's talk about search on Amazon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the search bar at the top of Amazon and I'm going to start searching for genealogy books. And let's see what turns up. So this is the search results for genealogy books. You'll see that there's actually a lot of results, over 10,000 results. And then scrolling down, you'll see the books that are available. So search is an interesting thing. And you may have noticed this when I started typing genealogy books, and let me do that again. You'll see that these other terms pop up for beginners, for kids, free, Tennessee, families of southeastern Oklahoma, 2022. And basically what these terms are doing is they're kind of reflecting what people are interested in. And this you can use as intelligence for your own publishing venture. Let's take another look here for romance novels. When I started typing this, a slightly different view came up. In addition to these terms that other people are using, they also had these categories or subcategories. Alpha males, cowboys, royalty and aristocrats, Highlanders, wealthy, etc. This only appears, interestingly, on the desktop version in a browser. It doesn't appear in the mobile version. Mobile version just has these terms. A couple things to say about this. As I said before, these terms down here, they kind of reflect people's interests, so you can kind of understand the Amazon customer base a little bit better and the things people are looking for. But also these genres here, these are, people will click on them and they can see romance novels featuring Highlanders. That's great if you're publishing a romance novel featuring Highlanders, but you may be wondering, well, what if I'm publishing a romance novel featuring people from, say, Southeast Asia? Because Southeast Asia does not show up here. And what you need to think about then is, not hope that Amazon's going to add an icon that says Southeast Asia up here, but rather how you can use marketing to maybe attract people who might otherwise be interested in these other types of books. So there's a marketing challenge there. And just to be clear, some books are very, very niche, and they will never appeal to any of these terms. They'll never relate to any of these terms or these categories that are shown here. But it's, that's kind of a challenge if you're writing a niche title. The audience is very limited, and you may need to market to them in other ways. And Amazon search may not be your friend in that particular case. So Amazon, really, they have a huge problem because I think, something like 1 million books are published every year, maybe several million. And I'm basing that observation on the fact that in the United States, the ISBN registry, they say that people are purchasing, millions of ISBNs every year. So I'm assuming most of them will end up on Amazon at some point. There's too many things to display, not enough space to show it. And then also it causes a problem for customers because they can't find the things that suit them. And then maybe Amazon needs to optimize its profit. So basically what Amazon did is they developed solutions. The one that everyone's familiar with is organic search, which started back in the 1990s. And basically Amazon uses a mathematical formula to determine what shows up where. So for instance, when I search Google Books for Beginners, just to be clear here, the top results are actually paid advertisements, but down here we start to get these organic results. So there's some sort of mathematical formula going on, some computer program that's determining that this particular book, Unofficial Guide to Family Search, is the one that shows up at the top of search results, not just for me, but for other people as well. And then the other solution that Amazon developed is paid search. And I was one of the first publishers, the first indie publishers to actually use paid search back in 2016. And it was a really effective way to basically get noticed on Amazon. And going back to this search results page, these are all, this is a sponsored advertisement, this is a sponsored advertisement, and this is a sponsored advertisement. So you have 3 different publishers who are using sponsored advertisements to make sure that their books show up at the top of search results for this particular keyword. Now, you may be wondering, well, what goes into these secret algorithms, whether it's the organic search results or the paid search results? And to be clear, Amazon doesn't tell you exactly what goes into the algorithms. They'll give some hints, but they won't say outright. And the reason is they don't want people to reverse engineer it. But basically, from trial and error and sometimes these hints that Amazon gives, we know that personal interests will go into this, as well as pre-existing sales of the book. So for this particular, these are the organic search results. I'm going to assume that this particular title has been a hot seller since it was released a couple years ago. Okay, so that's a very popular book. Strong pre-sales. So if you're setting up some sort of pre-order type of situation on Amazon, if lots of people are getting it, that will tell Amazon, oh, there's a lot of interest for this, so let's make this particular product show up higher in search results. Time spent on detail page, because that means people are curious, they're interested, and they're reading the information, the description, the A+ content, maybe the reviews, to determine a little bit more about the book and whether or not it makes sense for them to purchase it. High conversion rates. I explained that earlier in the totally free Amazon Masterclass for publishers, what that means. External traffic. This means if you have a website or you have a social media campaign or you have an advertising campaign outside of Amazon and it's sending people to your Amazon detail page, Amazon pays attention to that and they will surface those books higher, as well as Amazon program status. And what I'm talking about here are if you belong to certain Amazon programs or you don't belong to certain Amazon programs or you have a problem with a certain Amazon program, that will impact where your book shows up in search results as well as in advertising. I hope this video helped you a lot. If it did, please consider liking it and sharing it with other people. And also, there are many more videos in the totally free Amazon Masterclass. Hope to see you soon.